If a man is genuinely interested, he will approach you. Do women really believe this? I think it's more. If a man genuinely likes you, he will show you akka. If you keep showing a man interest and he never texts back, or plans meetups first, or whatever, he doesn't like you that much. Definitely agree with this. You can't just expect him to show interest if you don't show a little too. Agreed. Every time I have chased a guy I liked, it never ended well. I guess I came off as desperate, so now I don't really reciprocate until the guy does first. It has to be an equal playing field. But I think it always works best if the guy shows a little more effort in the beginning. For real. In my experience, guys do not like girls that show too much interest. They like to be the masculine ones that take the lead. Not all guys, but most of the ones I've pursued anyway. I always have more interest in me when I'm way more chill. Don't show much interest, and almost a challenge to them. I feel I'm an average guy. I have always found it so strange that when I'm the one involved, how clueless I'm to the signs the woman is putting out that she is interested without saying so. However, when it is someone else and I'm the third viewer, it is crazy how obvious those signs are. For me, I know it is that I start to way overthink it, and it becomes easier to doubt what you see and sense. Once doubt sets in, fear is not far behind, and before you know it, I talk myself out of it without ever speaking an actual word. When it's you in the moment, there may be very real social consequences for guessing wrong. In that case, a safe bet, she's just being friendly, seems preferable. When you evaluate someone else, there's nothing to lose in assuming her attraction. There's many reasons why he may not approach when he is interested. Exactly. Recent breakup, already involved, separated, no job, in between jobs, etc. More like that, the odds that a woman I find attractive would be attracted to me are abysmally low. Sounds like you have similar work to do on your self-esteem. Or possibly you are shallow. Hard to say. Yes, I should do inner work to make sure I can be cured from autism, ugliness, chronic health conditions, and having no money. You a neurosurgeon from the future, or what? Man here. I want a clear, repeat clear signal before I approach. No, it is not too much to ask. Don't think it has anything to do with being shy or introvert either. Most normal men have heard, seen or read thousands of stories about women being heckled, or all the scare stories we hear from women in our lives, and do not want to be one of the creepy, horrible asshole guys from them. A clear signal from the woman to let you know that when you ask her out, she's not going to add you to the list of stories she has with her friends about some creepy guy approaching her. Yep. No women replying to this question asked to women. I was looking for this. How the hell do you look for signals if you're gay? Being straight is already a mess. How do you tell if someone's just super platonic or a potential mate? Approaching women is only fine if they find you attractive. Good luck guessing if they do or not. You won't know at all if you don't approach a woman. I would be flattered if a man approached me, since it never happens. That's not what they said. They said if someone likes you, they will take the time out to talk to you, make plans with you, be in your life. It's not about making the first move but being invested. To me, this is it. It's effort. If they put in no effort, they are clearly not into me, or they don't know how to show it, which also isn't anyone else's problem. If you can't communicate, this doesn't mean women shouldn't or aren't putting an effort. BC most do, whether it's texting or talking in person, or offering to do something together. When a man shuts all those down, I'm just gonna move on and assume he's not interested. I'm a woman, and it's probably because we've been conditioned to be less active and to wait for guys to approach us. I think that's stupid, because it takes a lot of courage to approach someone without knowing what the other person feels. If you're interested, just express interest, and if the other party reciprocates, things will move on from there. I'm a guy and I agree. I have female friends who complain to me that they like a guy, they want to approach him, and yet they are scared. Because in the past guys considered it weird that a woman approaches first. I really hate it that there are different rules for what you must or must not do depending on your gender. Edit. Autocorrect. As a dude, I think it is attractive as hell for a girl to make the first move. IDKY, but there's something about it. First time it happened to me, I was all in. Then I got ghosted after like 2 months. I'm a woman. I'm interested in a man and too afraid to approach him because of possible rejection. And I think for him it's the same. So we just end up always staring at each other and smiling. But of course sentences like "operate" make me question it and fear rejection even more. My favorite is that situation plus friendship. Going out with only him on multiple occasions. Mixed signals galore. Finally getting the courage to say something about it and insta rejection lol. Still friends but took a few weeks to get over it. I've learned that mixed signals is a no. And for better or worse purposefully pushed down attraction to single male friends of mine so that doesn't happen again. Nobody enjoys rejection. But nothing will ever happen unless you address it. I felt this on a spiritual level. I don't approach anyone I'm interested in because I figure it's going to be either considered creepy or a waste of their time. I approach people I find interesting. If nothing comes of it, it's alright. I just move on. Me too. Consequences be damned. If a woman's generally attractive, it doesn't matter if she believes it or not, as men will pursue her in a large enough number for it to not matter. As a guy, if you want to sit on the sideline in your life and wait for things to come to you, it's going to often be disappointing. Fair or not, pursuing women you want and doing it in a way that works is an important skill. One best to accept than try to fight via ethical arguments about why it's sexism. I'm 23, been dating my girlfriend, F24, now for about 5 years. And the first time I approached her, I had no indication that she was interested. Shoot your shot. If you get rejected, you get rejected. I was rejected so many times before I met her. Thank God I was. Women get sick of being approached by men they aren't interested in. They've said so, clearly. So men have learned to wait for a sign of interest. And then morons like this exist who act like men have to be the first to show interest. Which is another way of saying men have to approach women who haven't shown the slightest interest. F that shit. If you're not interested, I'm not approaching. We need to approach strangers and start a conversation. You need to raise an eyebrow or something. Anything. If you can't manage that, I can only assume you're not interested. If you want me to go around hitting on random women who aren't inviting my attention, F that and F you too. I really hate that a man approaching a woman is considered creepy now. I fucking hate meeting people online and totally wish more men approach me in public. We all miss out so much on interaction because of these stupid labels that have been put on things. I'm with you on this. I hate the fact that it's impossible to meet anyone IRL anymore. Online dating sucks and I want real world interaction, but yeah, that's not so available RN. I'm a woman too close bracket. I don't really find this is the case, as almost every guy who's had feelings for me never approached me or told me about it, but instead kept a small distance. I've had a single guy approach me, and when I turned him down he kept insisting I go out with him, and then proceeded to stalk me. I find the more polite guys usually won't try and approach you though. To be honest, I always feel like I'm bugging women when we are having a good conversation and then asking them out. Like, why ruin a great talk by trying to get your number? But I'm also a train wreck of a human. Give them yours. I don't know why this is not a thing. If you are having a good time with someone but are unsure if they are feeling the same, then offer your number. If they are feeling the same way, they can contact you. If they aren't, there's no pressure to reply. And if they are on the fence, your odds are much better with space. It also allows for the possibility for just genuinely enjoying a conversation with you, which is great, and may not have any romantic interest, which is fine. Even when a woman gives me a clear signal, I can't help but recoil and hesitate. I'm terrified to move in for a kiss on a date, cause it's very easy to label me. I've been through 2 rape accusations from my friends, and one apologized, and the other associated me with a rape, even though I wanted to take her to the hospital and police. I've been through molestation from a man, so I feel extremely uncomfortable around men I don't know. I have had customers call me a child molester because I balded young. I have also been called a serial killer cause of how quiet I am. I'm no one's first choice, so yeah, I don't approach very well. I don't buy into that archaic bullshit. Life's too short to let an opportunity pass you by because you want to feel chased. I made the decision to go after what caught my eye. I had a lot of fun because of it and ultimately found the love of my life because I didn't sit on my waiting to be juggled on anyone else's terms. Thinks back to all of the disgusted get the F away responses also. Right now with these masks in public, this idea of approaching someone and not seeing 2/3 of their face now makes reading facial signals impossible. This pandemic is just really bad for dating in my opinion. I'm lonely as hell, but I guess I just have to be resilient. Reddit more. We are here to support and make fun of each other. For the same reason you're too nervous to go up to them. Everyone is insecure. To some degree. Hell. We're all human. Also remember, 100 no's and a yes is still a yes. Semicolon close bracket. Also remember, 100 no's and a yes is still a yes. No. Just take their no and move on. Don't pester / harass / stalk people. Edit. Realized you meant that your comment applies to many people and not one. My bad. For most men, 99+ % of the time, when we see a woman we are absolutely interested in approaching, we don't unless she's given some sort of clear signal that she's open to being approached, and even then a huge % of men are clueless to her signals. To reinforce this, I once had a girl tell me 5 times in one night that she didn't hate a date for Valentine's Day. My response? 5 different variations of that sucks. I'm sure some guy will ask you. I'd had a crush on this girl for almost a year. The thought that she felt the same never once entered my mind. Not a woman, but my take. Most women, especially very attractive ones, can be picky. If you aren't interested enough to overcome the fear or hesitations you mentioned, then you aren't interested enough. And if you don't think you're worthy, it's not on her to convince you that you are. I actually don't believe that at all. Sure, some guys have no problem going up to an attractive woman and striking up conversation, but I don't think that's the case for the majority. Guys get shy, don't pick up on signals, etc. I'm a woman, and if I'm attracted to someone, I don't take them never asking me out as a sign they don't like me.